Biodiversity and Loss. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Albert Bedoya. On behalf of Cleanups 5, I'll be presenting this presentation to you with the intention of educating you about biodiversity and loss. The first thing that will probably come up to your mind is, what is biodiversity? To relieve you from this doubt, biodiversity is the variety of plant and animal life in the world or in a particular habitat, a high level of which is usually considered to be important and desirable. Basically, biodiversity is the variety of life. This all sounds so flowery and exciting. However, sadly, biodiversity is decreasing. The variety of life is declining, and this can be shown effectively in this bar chart diagram. This is known as the Biodiversity Index, and this information clearly shows that a staggering 46% of the animal life is nearly threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, or extinct in a span of only 50 years. You must be wondering, why did the UN not do anything about this? Well, they did. The UN implemented a mission to lower the risk of extinction in endangered animals by 2020. However, the reality check of the progress showed a shocking result since the situation is getting worse rather than better. Hearing all this is depressing. However, has this ever got you thinking, is biodiversity even worth protecting? Well, to answer that question, yes, of course it is. Without any biodiversity, without any variety in life, we won't have any new medical discoveries, and this could result to no economic development and will lead to a depressed nation. Do you want this to happen? Alright, biodiversity is greatly affecting a lot of things, and in this presentation we would only be covering three main parts: ecosystem services, biological resources, and social benefits. First off, ecosystem services. Protection of water resources, soil formation and protection, nutrient storage and recycling, pollution breakdown and absorption, contribution to climate stability, maintenance of ecosystems, and recovery from unpredictable events. Biological resources. Food, medicinal resources and pharmaceutical drugs, wood products, ornamental plants, breeding stocks, population reservoirs, future resources, and diversity in genes, species, and ecosystems. Social benefits. Research, education, and monitoring, recreation and tourism, cultural values. How do we save the decline of biodiversity? In order to attain this goal, we have to find out the cause of the decline. We gotta go to the roots of the problem. And here are the 4 points: hunting, deforestation, pollution, and climate change. First off is hunting. Hunting? Oh, wait, what? Hunting isn't the problem. Overhunting is. Significant cause of extinction of hundreds of species and the endangerment of many more, such as whales and many African large mammals. Most extinctions over the past several hundred years are mainly due to overharvesting for food, fashion, and profit. $40,000 to $100,000 per horn for some rhinos species, down to only a few thousand individuals. The animal trade for pet and decorative plant trade is estimated to be at least $1 billion, with perhaps 1/4 to 1/3 of it is illegal. Deforestation. Forests also provide natural habitation for a number of species, which can only survive if those habitation requirements are provided at all costs. Therefore, the process of deforestation has resulted in the mass genocide of a number of species throughout the world. Deforestation has also had other types of impacts, such as reducing the amount of rain, which in turn has also impacted certain species, which depend upon that particular aspect of nature. Pollution. The release of dangerous chemicals within the atmosphere due to the burning of fossil fuels and other similar operations has also resulted in the degradation of the number of species in existence. Many living organisms, as well as whole ecosystems, have been wiped out due to the introduction of chemicals such as nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide within the atmosphere. Pollution has also led to the depletion of the ozone layer, which itself has resulted in a number of negative associations. Climate change. As has been mentioned above, pollution has led to the depletion of the ozone layer, which protects our planet against the more harmful rays of the sun. The outcome has been global climate change, which has resulted in the occurrence of natural disasters as well as the rising of sea levels throughout the globe. Not only has this significantly affected humankind, but it has also served to wipe out many organisms that are inherently sensitive to temperature changes. As you can see in the bottom right hand side of the slide, there is a photo of a before and after of a river. Within a span of 3 years, this river has dried up, almost dried up. And this is a shocking news, which calls for a great attention. Alright, how do we save the decline of biodiversity? First, we have to protect areas. Informing and raising awareness. Slowing climate change. Promoting sustainability. Protecting areas. Creating protected areas where human activity is limited is the best way to prevent deforestation and exploitation of organisms and the resources they need to survive. In order to truly make a difference, much planning needs to go into the creation of a protected area. It needs to consider all elements of the ecosystem it is trying to protect, so that it isn't too small. It needs to include all resources that are utilized by its inhabitants. For example, leaving out a stream where half of its mammals go to drink would not make a protected area very effective. Informing or raising awareness. Education is a powerful tool, and the more people know about biodiversity loss, the more they will be prepared to slow it. Spreading the word about detrimental human effects on plants and animals can encourage people to change their ways and effect changes to preserve biodiversity. A good way of doing this is, of course, subscribing to our YouTube channel and liking this video. Slowing climate change. Climate change is the documented cause of several extinctions that we know about, and has likely caused hundreds of species to get extinct, about which we may never know. Any effort as individuals, organizations, or governments to slow current human-caused global warming is a step towards slowing biodiversity loss. Promoting sustainability. Sustainable agriculture is much better for the environment than grazing and cropping that rely on clearing swaths of forest or field. Also use less electricity and means of transport that cause pollution, which could result in climate change. Well, that's it for tonight. But for more information, please visit our website. Remember, today's inquirers is tomorrow's conservers. That's all, folks. I hope you've learned something from this presentation, and thank you.